Welcome to the Yes Lady with CharlaA, your encouragement solutions for outrageous business. I'm so excited today. You're going to be thrilled to get to know my friend, Mr. Tom Ziglar, the proud son of Zig Ziglar.
It's time to say yes to your future. Each week, CharlaA interviews business owners that are breaking the mold. Tune in each Thursday to discover how you can too. Here's your host, the Yes Lady herself, CharlaA.
Charla, what an honor to be here with you. You're just an inspiration to me. Every time I talk to you, you've just got that light, you've got that encouragement, you've got that smile. So it was easy to say yes to you when you asked me to come.
You know, I always say when intriguing opportunities present themselves and you say yes, things show up. So I ask, you receive, and I receive, and I'm so grateful. One of the things, I think we met in about 10 years ago, actually, and I was very honored and privileged to get to actually know your dad, Zig Ziglar, the legend, the powerful man that he was and still is, because you're carrying on that legacy with him. What an honor it is to have you as my friend and have you here. And today we're going to talk a lot about legacy. And we're going to talk about choosing to win, your upcoming book. So we've got a few things we want to run over, and I want you to just tell us who you are in this world and how you got here and why you have such a passion for perpetuating your dad's legacy.
You bet. I'm Tom Ziglar. I'm the CEO of Ziglar Inc. And I tell people I've been the CEO for 24 years, but I've been working in the business for 53 years because I was born into it. And when you meet people and they say they're blessed, I want you to know I am blessed. I had an unbelievable upbringing. My father, Zig Ziglar, was even better off stage than he was on stage. And today I'm focused on legacy. And I believe that you are going to leave a legacy. The reality is you're going to leave a legacy. The question is it by choice or is it by chance? And that's the challenge. You see, most people, they just live life and they don't give much thought about the legacy they're leaving until later on, and then they get all concerned, right? They want to make sure that the important things get left in those that they love. And that's my mission. I tell people, you know, my role, what I love to do is I like to create the environment that allows you to become the person that God created you to become.
And you're doing that in an amazing way. And because I've witnessed where you're the son, and then you're the caretaker in a way of your dad, and your beautiful sisters, Julie and Cindy, you know, all of you guys, the family is so humble and so kind and so generous. And you're amazing in that regard. And what I've noticed, you don't have the same kind of personality as Zig Ziglar did, right? You're a self-proclaimed nerd, right?
That's right. Actually, my friend, he nicknamed me, he said, Tom, you're an intellectual engineer. And I kind of like that, so I Googled it. And when I Googled intellectual engineer, there was an acronym for it, and it was N-E-R-D. So I am a nerd, yeah. I love to figure out why the brain works and how people think and what motivates people and how to get somebody to take action. You know, what's the difference between a great speech where nobody does anything versus a great speech where lives are changed? Those are the things that kind of get my blood boiling. So yeah, I'm a nerd.
And you know what? You've stepped into that gift, because I don't believe you felt like you were a born speaker. And I think there might have been a transition time where I'm got to take on this legacy from my dad, who was the epitome of action on stage, you know, jumping to the edge of the stage and all that. And what I love about your presentations is you laugh at yourself. You tell the funniest jokes about yourself, and so there's a completely different personality that you've been able to develop to help spread a legacy from Mr. Zig Ziglar, your daddy, who is really a special man. And was it pretty cool growing up with him?
It was unbelievable. And I think back, you just reminded me, about 8 years ago when I first started speaking, I didn't want to speak. I was apprehensive. What do I have to say? We have all these fantastic speakers that represent us. But finally, somebody talked me into speaking, and I went out and spoke, and I enjoyed it. And I came back and started working on it. Next opportunity came, I was apprehensive again. I was nervous. It's like, golly, am I meant to do this? And so I had to get inside my head, this is what nerds do, and figure out, okay, Tom, why are you so apprehensive? And this is what I discovered. I realized that I had a wrong expectation. You see, I had this expectation in my mind that people wanted me to be like my dad on the stage. And I realized that Dad had never said that. He'd always said, son, whatever you want to do, only 2 requirements. Do it with 100% integrity, do it with 100% effort. Wow. And so that point I realized, and I started looking at the audience, and I started thinking, well, what do they want from me? And I realized what they wanted from me was the best version of myself. They wanted transparency, authenticity. They wanted me to bring my natural gifts and develop them up and then relate and communicate in the ways that God built me. And so that took the pressure off. Now the pressure was something that I could control. How much energy am I going to put into delivering the best talk possible? Not trying to be something I'm not. And really that's the challenge for all of us. We all have gifts and talents that only we have. We can all reach people that other people can't reach. That's why I love our certification program. That's why I love what you're doing, because you can take this philosophy, the Ziglar message, and you can reach audiences I can't reach. And at the end of the day, that's what it is about. You see, the people that I meet, they don't expect me to have the same style or personality as my father, but they're really hoping that I have the same values and principles and ethics as my father. And that's really what we are all about. That's legacy.
And you obviously do. And you're bringing up Ziglar Legacy Certification. And honestly, that is my prized credential, so to speak. I feel like that I found out about it and I had to do it. And I did it in 2014, and there's less than 300 globally, if I'm not mistaken, 300 Ziglar Legacy Certified trainers right now. And when I say globally, they're all over the world. You've got Israel and Italy and all the ICE countries.
Papua New Guinea. Yeah, 19 different countries,
19 different countries, wow. And it's a very small, intensive week that Ziglar Legacy certified trainers get to come in and enjoy becoming family with the Ziglars and embracing those amazing values and getting tools to step out and courage. And also just friends. We made so many friends and became a family, as you say, and so all of us, the Ziglar Legacy family, you believe, is an extension of the Ziglar
Absolutely.
family.
We adopt every person into the family who comes through. They don't have a choice. We love you, you're adopted in. We equip you to go teach our message. You can carry the brand. And because we want you to go home, we want you to go back to the people who you know and love, who you can reach and change their life. And I also want to say this, that our certified legacy speakers and trainers, they pour into the Ziglar family. Myself, my sisters, Lori Majors, who's been on the team for over 40 years now, just as much as we pour into you. In fact, I remember the class that you came through. I'm going to tell a Charla story. So in the class, we have this exercise, and the exercise is, what can you do to bring light to help somebody else have a good day? And you'd been a flight attendant for how many years?
34 years.
34 years. And you said, what would make our day as flight attendants is every now and then a passenger would bring us a gift. Nothing much, a little piece of candy, something nice wrapped up, inexpensive. And it just changed the atmosphere of the plane. And I did one of these classic nerd Ziglar moments. I did the whole, I fly all the time. At Ziglar, we bring hope and encouragement. And so for the next year, every plane that I got on, I gave gifts to the flight attendants and to the pilots and co-pilots, the whole crew. And they were inexpensive gifts. And I got treated like royalty. It was the greatest year of travel of my life.
And you wrote a blog about it, the greatest blog year of travel. And you were upgraded to first class internationally, and you were applauded and announced over the speakers. And the point is, it just doesn't take much to make a difference. And that, I'm going to go ahead and plug my little book, because you're a major part of my little candy bar hugs. It doesn't take much to make a difference. And this came because of that. And I really am, I put that whole story in here because I felt like that was a huge wake-up call to a lot of people. It does not take much. And when passengers would come on with something special, it would, oh man, I know you don't drink, but there would be free drinks. There would be all kinds of things.
I had little bottles underneath tablecloths given to me in coach, right? Because they couldn't move me up, so they're bringing me, Crown Royal, and I've had bottles of wine slipped into my bag and all kinds of stuff. I've done seminars at 35,000 feet in the middle of the night, flying internationally to the crew, only because I realized, wait a second, this might be the hardest job in the world. There are people who are stressed out. They don't normally travel. They're in a tight containment. There's weather, there's issues. And this flight crew, these people have got to be the solution to every problem, and 90% of them they can't solve. And so,
but it was a great career for me,
yeah.
and thank you for acknowledging the crews that you're, to this day, that's a huge thing that I know that you do, whether you're bringing them a gift or not, you're still understanding that. And we're going to take a quick break here, and the Yes Lady with CharlaA will be right back after these messages with Tom Ziglar.
The American business economy is positioned as it has never been before. Professional videography is a core element for attracting a higher level of engagement with the people group you need for significant impact. Now is your time to shine. My name is Bill Brock, owner of White Rock Films, and I invite you to a powerful opportunity in the marketplace, an opportunity to draw excited people to your events, an opportunity to showcase your ideas on infrastructure, an opportunity to become known as the industry authority and enjoy the associated benefits of a strong, influential brand. Video highlights, video teaches. Video puts a resistant market at ease, and video stirs the hearts and imaginations of your allies and strategic client base. White Rock Films offers full audio, video production for businesses ready to embrace the future, handling your project with professionalism, experience, and polish unheard of in the industry. My name is Bill Brock, and White Rock Films wants your business. See us online at whiterockfilms.com.
Experience the Zeal difference.
It's my favorite beverage.
I never thought nutrition could taste so good.
I know it's why I feel the best I've ever felt.
Wouldn't start my day without this beverage.
Every once in a while, a product comes along that's so innovative, it has the ability to shake up how we feel about nutrition. You're about to be introduced to a one-of-a-kind nutritional powerhouse. It's scientifically formulated and backed by a landmark clinical trial. This wellness product has created a movement that has already generated over $300 million in sales. It continues to change lives, create a thirst in people to be healthier, and is inspiring generations in ways other beverages simply do not. It's called Zeal, and thousands of people worldwide, just like you, appreciate that it takes the guesswork out of nutrition and why it's loved by so many. If you don't experience the Zeal difference in 30 days, we'll refund your money. Join us in this movement and experience the Zeal difference.
Well, we're back here with the Yes Lady with CharlaA with Tom Ziglar, my incredible friend and guest. And I'm so, once again, I want to just thank you so much for being here and sharing your wisdom. Because we're talking to small businesses here, primarily. And the Ziglar Inc. has been doing small business training or business training for many, many years, decades, if I'm not mistaken. And what are some of the programs that is available to the audience here that might want to know?
Great, I love that question. One of the things that we know, if you're a small business owner, you've got to handle life and you got to handle your business. And so the reality is if your life is struggling, if your personal side is going through challenges, you're going to take it to work. And if work is struggling, if you don't have the systems in place and your marketing or your branding or your revenue engine or your operations a little off, you're going to take those problems home. And so as a small business owner, what we say is this: you develop yourself and you develop your business. You need systems in your business to make it run smooth, and you need habits in your life in order to make your life run smooth.
Something about habits is what your favorite quote?
Yes. My favorite quote of my own quotes is the fastest way to success is to replace bad habits with good habits. The fastest way to business success would be to replace bad systems with good systems. But the reality is a lot of times it's not replacing a bad habit or a bad system. It's we don't have any habits that are good, or we don't have any systems in place. And so what we do is we work with individuals and business owners to help them identify the habits that are going to create the results that they want to have. I'll just give you an example. I was working with somebody and they said, gosh, I'm working somewhere, it pays the bills, it's not my dream, I want to start my own business. Okay, what's your plan? I'm going to work full-time, 40 hours a week, because I got to pay the bills. And then I'm going to work 2 hours a night launching my own business. And I'm going to work 10 hours over the weekend launching my own business. That's what I'm going to do. I go, fantastic. Check back a month later. How's it going? Well, I haven't really done anything. I've maybe done a couple hours a week on it. Well, what's holding you back? I just don't have any energy. I don't know. I come home, I'm exhausted. Well, really, tell me about your life. Well, then I discovered that they eat 10 bags of Cheetos every night. They weigh 100 pounds too much. You see, they got the bad habit of putting the wrong fuel into their body. And so in order to make the business work, in order to make that dream happen, we got to get rid of that bad habit and start putting the right kind of fuel into the body so that we can be successful. You can do that in any aspect of your life or in any aspect of business. There are things that we either have a bad habit in or no habit that needs to have a good habit in its place. So that's what we do to make it simple.
So you also have, I would call it a definition of legacy. We talked about legacy earlier, but the definition, and how do you go from success to significance to legacy?
All right. One of the things that's common is you will see people chasing success. They want to win. They've got the Charlie Sheen definition of winning, which is kind of scary. And so the first thing we want to make sure is you've got the right definition. So success is having more of the good things in life. Success has to be balanced. In our life, we have the mental, the spiritual, the physical, the family, the financial, the personal, and the career. We want to be doing, on a scale of 1 to 10, we want to be doing 10s in all those, right? We want to have that balance. Dad said this. He said that success is the maximum utilization of the abilities that God gave you. So success is personal. Significance is one step beyond. Significance is when you help someone else be, do, or have more. And that's what you do. That's your business, right? You're in the business of helping others be, do, and have more. That's what our certification's all about. But then there's another level, another tier, and we call that legacy. Legacy is a transference of habit. Legacy is when you teach and transfer the wisdom, the character, the integrity to the people you love, your kids, the people you work with, the people you do life with. You transfer those things so that they can make good decisions that will ripple through eternity. And here's what I recommend.
Gives me chills.
Make legacy your goal. Have a legacy by design. Create the habits that create legacy. And if you do that, success and significance will be part of the package. If you limit yourself to just success, you may never reach significance or legacy in the way that you want it.
It's always good to begin with the end in mind and work towards that, right? So backwards from that. One of the things that you are offering here to our listeners today is a free 5-step.
Yeah.
Do you want to offer that and tell me how people can find you before we get to the end of this so we can repeat it again?
So we created this little thing. It's called Legacy 5 Tips. And it's 5 tips anybody can do on a daily basis to build a legacy by design. And it's not hard, it's not complicated, it's a little PDF. And if you want that, we'll send it to you. And all you got to do is just email me. My email is complicated. It's tom@ziglar.com. Just email me. Tell me what show you heard this on. Put Legacy 5 Tips. Tell me you love Charla just like I do. And I will send you the Legacy 5 tips, and you can use it. And here's the first one. The first step is so simple. What do you want people to say behind your back about you? What are the words that you want to be known by? Is it dependability? Is it integrity? Is it trust? Is it compassion? Is it love? There's so many great words out there. For you and your family, the legacy you want to leave, why don't you think of those words that you want to be known for and then create the habits that embody those words? Here's an example. Let's just say a word that your family has is courage. And you have a son or daughter at home and they're at school and they come home and they tell you how there was a situation on the playground and they stood up for their friend. The next morning you write them a little note. Johnny, you showed so much courage defending your friend yesterday. I'm so proud of you. And what you've done is you planted a seed of legacy. Hey, this is what our family stands for. And that's how simple it is. It's not easy, but it's simple.
That's a beautiful example because it gives practicality. Put feet on the ground with something that we can actually do. So Tom at Ziglar.com about getting these 5 steps, and that's amazing. There's a lot of things that Ziglar is offering, and when you mentioned the family, would you want to talk about some of the other programs besides Ziglar Legacy Certified? Don't we? We've got Ziglar Family, Generation Ziglar,
yeah.
Which is a youth program.
Youth
What are
leadership
the
program.
age?
16 to 26.
16 to 26 can go through Ziglar Legacy, Generation Z.
Right.
And that's hands-on and outdoors and all kinds of different things.
It's all
Amazing.
kinds of things. The goal with that program is for young leaders who want to go back to their peers and teach goal setting and relationship building and how to develop a life of integrity, how to create a good self-image, those kind of things. We teach them how to do that. And that's the peer-to-peer learning and friendship, that's where lives are forged. That's where journeys for a lifetime are put together. And so we want to equip that. Ziglar Family has all kinds of resources for the family. We help speakers and trainers develop their skills. We've got so many things, but it all starts with the person. If you're the right kind of person doing the right things, that means you can pour into those you love, the leaders around you, and then you can transfer that legacy.
You have, and you've got a ton of followers on Facebook, on the social media. Not you, I guess you, but the Ziglar brand.
Right.
And, they really follow what's going on. You do Ziglar Lives, you've got so many different components that make Ziglar Ziglar. Your office in Dallas, Texas, and it's a home office, and every Monday morning from 7:30 to 8, there's how many years now, 40-something years, that there has been a devotional or a 30-minute start your week off right,
yeah, absolutely.
at the office there, and that's where I actually met you guys, I believe, the first time about a decade ago, and amazing speakers come from that, are present there, and you've got the highest level of people, of clients, of everyone that you bring to the table. There's such a level of excellence in the Ziglar brand. So I'm Ziglar Legacy certified. There's a Ziglar Legacy coaching program. Certification as well. And we just have another minute or so. So what is your final word here? What's your final word?
Well, I'll just tell you the title of the book that's coming out.
Oh, you're choose to win.
The title of the book is real simple. It's Choose to Win.
That's what I wanted to get you to.
The byline on it, the subtitle is Transform Your Life One Simple Choice at a Time.
And everything is choice.
It's right. So we can choose to win, but it's up to you. Nobody's going to get your dream for you. You have to get your own dream, and it's a choice. And the way we get there is we transform our life one good choice at a time, one good habit at a time. There's a truth in humanity, and that is we overestimate what we can do in a short period of time, and we underestimate what we can do over a long period of time. The people who win, who make the difference, who have the life they want, they have habits on a daily basis that allow them to become the person God created them to become.
That's awesome, and it's amazing. And one of my biggest things to try to get people to understand is that their words matter.
Yeah.
So when you can you can have a split-second transformation by changing your word, by changing from I'm tired to I'm energized, or from I'm frustrated to I'm fascinated, which is a Jim Rohn example, right? And so that second, when you do that, you become what you speak.
That's right.
So when you can change from I'm so mad or angry to may you be blessed, blessing others, that's a master. A master who can bless others in all situations. So
Totally.
I thank you so much for joining us here on Offbeat Business Media, this platform that is to helping small businesses. And you are a true friend, and you create we're joined arm in arm
Yes, we
in
are.
changing lives with our choices and with a legacy. I'm Charla Anderson, the Yes Lady, with your encouragement solutions for outrageous business. Hi, I'm the Yes Lady with CharlaA, powered by Zeal Wellness. Zeal is my nutrition beverage of choice. It is 14,000 milligrams of superfood nutrition in a powdered formula that you can just shake it and take it out the door, grab and go, have energy, vitality, reduce your stress, some incredible health benefits. It's incredibly cost effective, and it is going to change your life. I'd love for you to join me. Go to charla.zealforlife.com, charla.zealforlife.com. Join me in being healthy, focused, full of energy, tastes great. Zeal for Life.
That's all for the Yes Lady with CharlaA today. The Yes Lady with CharlaA is produced by the OBBM Network and available on demand at offbeatbusinessmedia.com. The Yes Lady also airs each Thursday at 12 and 8 p.m. on OBBM Radio, available on iTunes and offbeatbusinessmedia.com. Download the Offbeat Business app to get the Yes Lady TV and podcast on demand. To be a guest on the Yes Lady, call 817-808-7703.